All right, red light's up. Very good. Very good. That green light should come in any old time now. Come on. There it is. We're live. We're up. Hello. Hi again. Max Rants. It's a marvelous day. I'm loving it. Proof there is a sky. Yes, Virginia, there is a sky. Here in Idaho, we've been living under an inversion for a couple of weeks. That inversion, that means when you look up, you don't see a sky. All you see is dirty air going as far as you can imagine. But let's get down to dirty, okay? Tonight we're going to call this the good, the bad, and the lefties. And lefties are always bad. So keep that in mind. If they're lefties, if they're Democrats, then they're commie swine. All right, let's get into this. ICE is sweeping through the land. Every major city has federal troops, marshals, etc., hunting down illegal aliens. Now, in these major cities, especially those sanctuary cities, don't you love the term sanctuary city? That's where the mayor says, we're going to disobey federal law, we're going to disobey state law, we're going to protect criminals because we don't think they should have to go back to their home country. Let them kill people here. I swear, I live literally hundreds of yards away from a sanctuary city, and in the words of my sainted grandmother, it makes my ass hurt. Well, let's move along here, okay? You've got immigration authorities and other federal officers sweeping up convicted killers, rapists, thieves, human traffickers, drug dealers, terrorists, felons of virtually every stripe. And remember that being in this country illegally is a crime. That's why they're called illegal aliens. Therefore, if you're in this country illegally, then you're a criminal. And every day you repeat that crime again and again and again. So you can't tell me, well, this guy had no criminal record. Sure, he did. He's been in the country how long? Weeks, days, months, years? Okay, illegal. Illegal means not legal. Opposite of legal is criminal. Therefore, they're criminal. There you go. Ha ha. Now understand, this is a major campaign. This is a war of sorts. And once in a while, as with any major military campaign, there are going to be mistakes and there will be unintended loss of life, what you might call collateral damage. That's a sad thing, that's a bad thing. But that is one of the prices of war. You got to break an egg to make some omelets. Now, a few weeks ago when Ms. Good was shot dead in Minneapolis, yeah, you know Minneapolis, right? The center of all this crap. Yeah, Tim Walt's backyard. You have, it's such a freak show out there. Virtually every illegal alien in the country seems to be falling into that cesspool called Minneapolis, where they can protest against the cops, throw things at them, spit on people, set fire to shit. Yeah, I want to move to Minneapolis in the middle of a snowstorm too. Not a chance in hell. Well, when Good got shot in the face, the media went ballistic. They jumped on ICE, ICE being Immigration Customs Enforcement. They jumped on ICE, accusing them of outright murder. You murdered that poor woman. No. The investigation's over. Video has surfaced. Testimony's been taken. It was a righteous shooting. The woman was in a position to kill, to murder a federal agent. And that agent decided that rather than be a victim, he would be a winner. God bless the man, wherever he is. Hysteria is contagious. So, does that make the major media carriers of a disease? Even more contagious than the Black Plague, they continue to infect the population with fake news and assorted propaganda. I mean, the shit you hear coming out of their mouths makes you wonder just what planet they came from or they think you came from. Well, now let's get on to this latest shooting where that guy, that nurse, Pretty, got shot. All right, of course, the media is all up in arms again. Here's something else we can do. Let's scream and protest this. Okay, it's all done with good. Let's focus on pretty. Well, the latest information goes like this. I've been reading police reports. Pretty resisted being moved, resisted with force against federal agents. When they pushed him, he pushed back. He went to the aid of a woman who was also pushing federal agents. As they moved in on him, it became physical, and they wrestled. And when they wrestled and got into force, somebody saw his gun. Yes, Pretty was carrying a gun. And somebody yelled, "Gun, he's got a gun, gun, he's got a gun." Somewhere amid that heated battle, that physical tangle with him, and someone shouting, "Gun, gun, he's got a gun," somebody shot his ass. Did he deserve to die? Probably not. Was it a mistake? Possibly, probably. But in the end, guys, remember, war has its casualties. Dear God. I mean, in this case, it appears ICE might very well be in the wrong. But again, in war, there are casualties. Plain and damn simple. What lay at the center of all of this violence, all of this lawlessness, is the liberal lefties and their campaign to vilify, to destroy everything that's good, but endorse and praise everything that is evil, wrong, immoral, or not good. Their dreams, the dreams of the lefties, the Democrats, the progressives, same thing. One piece of shit looks the same as the other. Their dreams all center on the destruction and reconstruction of our society in the image of the late Chairman Mao, or perhaps Stalin, or Lenin, or some hybridized version thereof. Yeah, I know. There's no way in hell you're going to convince me the Democrats aren't working overtime to re-engineer the United States of America into the Soviet Social Union of American States. Their agenda has been obvious ever since Jimmy Carter took the White House. You remember Jimmy Carter, that Georgia peanut farmer? Yeah, that nuclear engineer. It was his reign, a reign of 4 years of terror, which marked the death of conservative Democrat and the birth of the liberal progressive, a.k.a. Democrat, a.k.a. demon rat, a.k.a. butthole, whatever you want to say. After all, it was Jimmy Carter who invented and formed the Education Department. Yes, the U.S. Department of Education. And it was that department that redesigned and began the systematic destruction of public education. Today, public education, look around you. Look at the dumbass who lives next door to you. The guy who graduated summa cum laude from Boise High School. What the hell? It makes your ass hurt, and it should. Yes, grandmother, I hear you from above. It makes my ass hurt. Thank you, dear. So to those of you out there who don't believe me, you know what you do? Buy this book. I'm not being paid to promote it, but I bought this book on Amazon. It's called The Darkening. Where's that? There it is. How Racial Politics Have Damaged the American Way of Life. This book is like 92 pages from Amazon.com. I swear it'll open your eyes. If your eyes aren't already open, you'll go, excuse me? If you're already aware, if you've been following this, then the book provides substance, evidence, and a foundation to help you in discussing this with anybody else. And it explains why we're in the really deep, deep shit that we're currently in now. It's written at an 8th grade level so that all of you victims of a public education can understand it. We are in trouble. Read the book. Check it out. Look around. If enough of you do, it can change America. It'll certainly change minds, and it will certainly endorse the truth. There you go.